Hi guys, it's me Karen and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to do part 4 on this picture. We're going to do the background. We're working in Moments Wholly for Yourself by this person. And that's the cover. And we're going to do the background. Now I'd prefer to do it in distress ink, but it was requested that I finish this page in pencils. So I'm going to take out some of the background with some clouds. I don't know how far out I'm going to go with the pencils, just because this is a lot of work with pencils and it will begin to hurt my wrist. So I'm going to take, this is a cloud stencil. I just would take and do distress ink and make it easy for myself. Going to turn it over or turn it over. It doesn't make any difference. Just find a pattern of it you like coming in, and we're going to put some little clouds up here with the blue pencil. This is the same one we used in his scarf, light cobalt turquoise. I'm just going to lightly go around the edges to make a mark there. And hopefully I can see it. I mean, I can see it pretty good. We're going to put one over on this side. So, I don't know, can you see them? I'll get you down a little closer. This one is a little, well, I can see it though, and then the cloud over here. And then maybe one up on this side. And like I said, I don't know how far I want to go over here, if I want to go to the edges or not. So we're going to leave the two we have. If I add one in there, I add one in there. Okay, we're going to take the pencil, angle this little. We're going to work on this one over here since I think you can see it a little bit more. And I'm just going to bring the blue right up and to the outside of that, because we're going to make this all blue sky. And we'll bring the blue down all the way to the tree, into the tree, and then up. Now I'll be using light pressure in all of this. If you see a darker line coming, that'll mean I'm putting it on heavier pressure. But this is just light pressure going over and over it, and it'll get darker on its own as the tooth of the paper will take up more of the pigment. Okay, then we're going to go up this side. Go around our line here. And going up. Now you have the freedom, since you didn't stencil this with ink, to make the cloud a little fluffier if you want, just by adding another little puff in there. We're going to do the same thing down here. Take some weight off that cloud. Also, on top of that, you can pull a line into the cloud if you want to add a little bit of that going on. Okay, I'm going to layer a little bit more here. Bring that down, do that a couple of times, then blend that color in. Okay. I'm going to go up towards the moon up here. The whole idea is to keep this light so you can move across the page without leaving a big indentation of color. Change the angle of your pencil so you don't have the lines all going one way. Will also help to blend the color into the page. Don't know how far out I want to go there, so we're going to work on this cloud over on this side. I'm going to put a little more pressure here because this little teeny tiny spot I don't want to go over 100 times. Let's see, it goes up here, out this direction. We're going to thin it down like the other one and pull up, puff it in there, pull it out here, and then pull it down over here. Color that in. Okay. Again, just keeping it at a light pressure. Change your angle. Sorry, bumped the camera. Let's see if I want another cloud in here somewhere. I like threes. So if we get that cloud, is it coming over? Did I put a line over here? I did, okay. Didn't see it. That one going there. Okay, so I think one up here. Do I like that one or? We'll do that. So we're kind of in between all three here. Go around and draw it in. Okay, if we've already colored in that, all we have to do is erase it. So I'm going to double check. Kind of comes down right about there. Okay, so we'll darken that up here. Just a tiny medium pressure there. And then lightly blend it out. I'm going to go over to this side, make sure we get our cloud shape. Okay, now I'm going to take the side of this pencil and just go in Get a lot of pigment down on the paper very lightly. Okay, I am going to get out some washi tape. I'll lift you up for this. Silly to have you down that far. I'm going to mark off the edges. So I'm just going to take some washi tape, about the size of that. I'm going to put it right here on my mouse pad, so it picks up whatever dust is on there, so it's not going to stick to the paper too hard. And we're going to go, so I can see through the washi tape, the page, and I'm going to go over, so it's 1 dot, 2 dot, 3 dot, 4 dots. Attach it to the top and keep that line going down on the 4 dot area to the bottom of the page. One, two, three, four. Okay, right there. That should be straight. If it's not, it's my fault, or it's the washi tape's fault. I'll blame the washi tape. Ha 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 ha. Why not? Then it won't be my fault. Okay, do the same thing on the bottom, except for I think we're going to have to leave a little less dottage. Oh, we're going to run out of washi tape. That's not good. Well, we'll do 2 sides at the beginning. We'll go to about here. That's 3 dots up, if I can get it off my finger. Yep, that'll work. And we'll work on this side of the page, and then I'll pull that off and put it on the other side. Okay, we're going to go to, this is the bottom. We're going to turn this little gray blobby shadow here into a blue blobby shadow. We'll do that under his feet. We're still using the side of the pencil, not the tip, not the tip of the lead. We're just going to put in some shadow lines in here. And then on this side, there's shadow to shadow. We want that line up a little bit further. That is where our land is going to stop. So we're going to go up here and just run it right off the paper and very lightly put in the blue coming down this way. We're going to go this way too. Oops, I'm getting a little dark. Might have some erasing to do there. And then another angle. I'm going to soften the edges of the clouds by just bringing a little of that down into them. And then I'm going to turn it and go this way. Just trying to build up that color without too much pressure on your arm or your hand. There's a lot to cover on this. And we don't want streaks. Although I have some, we can work those out. Okay, we're going to bring in the darker of the blues, just for a little bit of, I'm going to wear down the portion of the pencil on the side here that I want to use, so it'll be softer. And we're going to stick some of this here and there, like where the shadows of the trees might be. If I was doing this with ink, I would just put in a darker color and blob in some of this here and there. I like to keep the corners a darker color. One, I think it looks like it's framing your picture. And two, it gives you a really good reveal when you pull off the tape. Go both directions here. Okay, a little under here. And we're going to darken down in here. Okay. We're using more of the tip here. I was using it really light. This is the normal color that comes off. I'm not putting any pressure on this. I'm just using the tip of the pencil. Okay, we're going to go back to the side of the pencil. I'm going to use the tip again here. Very lightly here. I'm going to pull in the light one we started off with, the light cobalt turquoise. Then we're going to be going over all this. This is a little heavier pressure than we were using. Just want to get that little blended there. And just let it softly come out. Okay, turn it and go the other direction. Okay, gonna darken right in here with the pencil tip. Keep our line. I turn the poke, I'm so sorry. But I have to get into that line with this pencil. That's the darker of the two. To get the line even. Pull it out. Then we're going to pull in a little bit of, do white. Let's see, this will have to be a new color. Yeah, light phthalo blue. I need the edge of it. So we're going to go back in here and blend that in. Okay, we're using that same side of the pencil and just bringing that color in there. Then I'll blend those two together. I'm putting a little bit of pressure on this. It'll knock down the tooth and make it smoother. It's not going to make it as smooth as anything else, but it'll smooth it down. I'm going to get that little edge here that I created. Try to make that disappear. Okay. Go across the top. Go to a different angle. Blend it a little with my finger there. See how nice and shiny that is? That means the tooth of the paper is almost gone. And we found our line. It comes down to here, so we're going to use the light turquoise to come down under here and just get to that shadow. Okay. Come up this way. Putting more pressure on it when we get up to the top. Just to blend that light turquoise into here. Okay, I'm going to take a little white and we're going to add it right in here where I want a little lighter area. I'm putting heavy pressure on right now because there's really no tooth here left and I want that pigment down on top of the blue. Okay. Change the angle just to make sure you get it where you want it. You can take it down in this area. Okay. Take some of that color and bring it down here. This is the light phthalo blue. We're going to leave a little lightness over here, so we'll just go on this side, darken that bit. The top of the tree. I want around the moon a lighter color because it has light. It's our only light here. So I'm going to darken this bit. Pull some of that out. make it look a little wispier. We're going to pull that line out if we can. Really heavy right here, just to get that blended a little better. Okay, put some of that heavy over on this side. Almost looks like it's coming through. And underneath. Okay, up here. Across the top. All right. Bring that across on this side. We are going to put the white in the clouds. There we go. I need to pull this off. Do it very carefully. I need to put it on the other side. Okay. We went over 5, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, okay. Then we can get the other side going. So we're going to start with the dark blue. Bring that in. Down about here. Hopefully you're seeing all this. Just running it right off the edge there. And a tiny bit down here. Again, we're just using the side of the pencil to lay down all that pigment. Throw a little of it in here. Sorry if I'm jumping around, but there's certain spots that need a little darker blue, and since I have it in my hand, I'm going to add it in. Okay, next color in. This is the medium color, the light phthalo blue. in our lighter color, cobalt turquoise, and add that in. I'm going to take it down the side of the paper for the tape, just to make sure we get a nice little edge there. Okay, and then bring the color in. Go in the opposite direction of the other one. And then crisscrossing it. A little more pressure out here in the corner, so we want it the darkest. Shadow kind of on this side of the tree. Okay, I'm going to bring back in the medium color. Go over this section again. A little bit heavier pressure. Still not using the point of the pencil. We're still using the side. Gives you a softer pigment lay down, but it also gives you a wider area where the pigment is laying down, so you don't have to work quite as hard. Trying to follow that line that's up at the top, so I don't need tape up there. Bring a little of that into that cloud. We'll make this cloud a little skinnier here too. We'll bring it out here since I have some white. That'll be nice. Okay. Let's go back in with that. The darker color to darken up this corner a little bit more. Going to bring in the Indanthrene blue a little bit darker up here. I'll have to do it on the other side too. A little bit down here. It's very light pressure, just going over and over again. That's how I get the pigment down. If you go heavy-handed on it, then you won't get your transparency of the other colors coming through. Okay. We're going to throw a little of that down in the corners down here. Bring it right up against the tree. And bring it up to the other color. Again, softly. And blend it in. Tiny bit in here. A little harder down around her headband so you get a nice close contact, and then light, light, light going out. Supposed to be a nice dark evening that's cold out. The little birds are huddling and keeping her warm. Okay, we're going to put somewhere down in here some dark too. Okay, I'm going to throw it up here. Since I put it on the other side, I have to add in some. There we go. But we'll bring that across a little more. Okay. Light phthalo blue. A little heavier pressure just to blend those colors together. Tip of the tree. Go over it. Just bring this across. I know that wasn't a cloud, that's a cloud. And that's a cloud in there. Bring this down here, lighten up this area. This is a little heavier pressure, so we can get a nice blend coming out. And down into that area. Okay. Don't want any white next to the trees. We want them into the back. This sky at least in the background. Okay. Make sure we have our cloud here, or at least we know where it's at, and darken above it. Around in here. Okay, our lighter color, which is the cobalt turquoise, it's going to come in here, play around too. I'm using a side of the lead and putting down heavy pressure to get it to come in straight lines and blur around here. Okay, we're going to throw in the white. Same way, blending in. Go right over that tree trunk. I can always add in its green again. Okay, go around the clouds here. And always got to remember to go in a different direction so you get all the tooth. Of the paper. Go back in with the cobalt turquoise. Again, a little heavier pressure on it this time, especially around some objects, so you're getting it all down into that tooth. Keep working it until you're happy with the colors that you've laid down and how it looks. Blend it in with your finger if it will move. Okay, it's all over my finger, so it does move. Get the glue off. Don't smudge it anywhere else. There we go. Okay, I'm going to bring in a little extra white here. Blur this around a little bit more before I take the tape off. Right around that cloud. Really don't want a sharp edge. So we're just going to fluff it around a little bit. Soften it up. This is a lot of pressure doing this, so keep that in mind. You're going over all the other layers. And you're just fluffing the clouds out. Making them a little softer. If there's any line in there that you'd like to be even softer, like this line here, just erase a little bit. Fluff some of it down that way. And then just add the white back in. Use a different white if you want. This is a Prisma white. Use any white you have on your desk. This one happens to be the one I have on my desk. Couldn't find the other one right now. And there we go. Now I am going to bring in some acrylic paint and make stars up there, because I'm not going to try to erase all the blue that I put up here. I'm just touching up some little spots there bugged me. Okay. And just a little bit more up in this corner. Sorry, my kitty cat clawing at me. Okay, I'm gonna bring that up here, I think. I mean, you can see where you might want a little different coloration. Okay, tree line is about where we put our little line here. So down on the ground, we're going to make it look like snow. I'm not bringing all the blue down. Okay, so we're going to take the lighter blue color, and when we put the shading down here, where the shading is, we're also going to round it out a little bit. Kind of make it look like a snow patch. So round it and then fill in the colors down below. Make sure everybody has a little land to land on. Bring that lightness all the way down. Okay, I'm going to pull this down. Be careful so we don't rip the pages. Maybe we'll pull it up very gently. Go with that piece and gently pull it here. Okay. that away if I can get it off my finger. And that's what we have so far. Use your finger, you can pull that blue down across. Just pull it down. Then you have blue snow down here and blue sky up here. Then I'm going to take a little splattering of acrylic paint. It's just folk art acrylic paint. You've seen me do this before. And I'm going to put a little splattering on here. We're going to have snowfall. Let's see, I need a little plastic board. This one may not be the best. Let's try one that doesn't have ink tint solid over it. Yeah, that's not going to happen. There's got to be one here somewhere. Let's put a U. We'll use this big old sheet. We're just going to put a blob of paint on there. A little water. Water. Water, 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 water. It's not sitting on my desk. I was thinking maybe there was some water in a water brush, but I don't even see that. Huh. Well, hold on a second. Just gonna spray a little water on here. We're gonna mix it up with this paintbrush. Get it nice and loose. So it's runny. Get it on the paintbrush and then just lightly tap the brush. And you'll get some nice snowdrops. Falling down. Get it on the trees, up in the sky. Come down here and get a little on these trees. A little on her coat. A little on the birds. A little around their feet. There we go. Quick and easy there. So that is my page. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you in another video. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments section down below. And hope you all have a wonderful day. Thanks again for watching. Take care, everyone. Bye now.